Hello and welcome everyone to this Warcraft replay. This is going to be, well, it's going to be the final game. Either way, time should have, I guess it's time. I mean, like, it should be 25th or 26th, either way. Um, I guess Merry Christmas to those who celebrate it, and just Happy Holidays for those that are enjoying the holidays. Either way, that's enough for me. To be fairly honest, that's not exactly what my channel is for. My channel is just to cast Warcraft replays. So far, we're just continuing on with our journey with AWC, third game of this best of 3 series. In the bottom right, we have LawLiet spawning in as the yellow Night Elf player, who managed to pick up a win in Game 2, and of course extend it to a 3-game series. In the top left, we have XiXi spawning in as the blue Night Elf player, and yeah, that's pretty much it. The map is on Ancient Isles, and it's going to be a Demon Hunter versus Demon Hunter most likely. Yep, there we go. Both players are starting in, well, at the same location, that the 532 creep camp, 533 creep camp. Ooh, trappers, wow. And yeah, it's pretty much, I wouldn't expect any different from these two players. Probably playing the same build. I mean, I know LawLiet has... Look, the game 2 was really rough for both players, to be fairly honest. LawLiet just managed to win at the skin of his teeth because he did an excellent job focusing XiXi's heroes. If he didn't do that, he would have probably lost. But he didn't, and yeah, that's what happened. So game 2, LawLiet didn't do the smoothest of transitions. He went into Ancient of Wind, made a couple of dots, and then realized, yeah, this is not going to work. So he went for Ancient of Lores instead, and managed to pull it with the Bears and Dryads. Although I would have, that game, I would have expected XiXi to actually get the win as well. There was times where either player could have won that. Either way, +2 ring for LawLiet and a circlet of nobility for XiXi. And of course, neither are at level 2 unless they get themselves the Wisp, which I don't think will actually happen. Nope. It looks like XiXi is going to get to level 2 first, as he was able to take down one of the creeps from that null creep camp. And is LawLiet actually thinking of creeping that null overseer? I don't think so. Anyway, tier 2 is going to be starter for both players. I would expect Hunter's Hole coming in as soon as tier 2 is about to finish, just to time it up. And I would expect both of them to go for Ancient of Lores, seeing as Dot's not really that effective. Alright. Boots of Speed probably going to be picked up. Circlet and Dust has been purchased. I would expect Boots of Speed to be coming up as well. Either way, LawLiet will be at a slight disadvantage because he does not have the Dust, which XiXi does. So if there's any possibility of going after those archers, LawLiet really can't actually finish it off, I guess. Anyway, we do have one more archer for LawLiet, which might be the difference here. 21 versus 23. Obviously, that archer is the 2 food difference. There we go, the Hunter Soul being forced to cancel right there. And that kinda, well, I don't think it will actually screw up with the timing of the Tree of Ages, unless it's even more delayed, which it is right now. So, it's not looking good for LawLiet. It sounds like he's gonna place it down over here. Ancient of War is hopefully gonna Ancient of War creep this gold mine and maybe claim it for LawLiet. Meanwhile, we do have a Wisp over here at the mercenary camp, probably just for scouting purposes, although, you know, you can't really cross out any possibilities. Mana burn on XiXi's Demon Hunter. He does still have more mana than LawLiet's, though. That's probably because he has two circlets. Anyway, Hunter's Hole does not look like it's going to be cancelled or forced to cancel right there. We do hear XiXi losing his only archer, which is not ideal. We do have a Tavern Hero being picked up. It is going to be a WC3 once again. Tier 2 is finished for LawLiet as well. That Hunter's Hole just about done. And we might see the Naga being picked up as the second hero as well. There we go. Demon Hunt versus Naga versus Demon Hunt versus Naga. Pretty standard. XiXi probably should have realized that there were archers actually shadow melded. Not saying that he could have killed them because they're right next to the moon walls, but yeah, who knows. It's actually worth using a charge on dust, even if you know the archers will heal themselves. Probably not. Either way, Ancient of Lores, double Ancient of Lores have been placed down for both players. However, LawLiet does not have a second one down, so that might be the only difference here. I don't see an Ancient of Wonders from XiXi, so that might be the reason why LawLiet only has one Ancient of Lore placed down. LawLiet, I have noticed for a while, has not gone for Ultra Vision. He's gone for an early +1 attack upgrade for the Dryads and Bears, but you know, Ultra Vision is still a relatively useful upgrade. We also have a very early tier 3 compared to LawLiet. I can't really tell how much of a difference. I guess you could say like 10 to 15 second difference right there. We do have adept trainings coming in from the Ancient of the Lore, so we might be going straight into Bears and foregoing those Dryads like XiXi's done in game 2. Of course, he lost that game, so that might have been the reason why. Actually, no, it's not really. Yeah, I just explained why he lost game 2 early on, yeah. +9 claws from this creep camp. I'm not sure what kind of creep camp it was. I think it was an ogre camp. Oh no, it was a null overseer camp. Either way, Demon Hunters is exchanging their mana burns. It looks like LawLiet's got his out first. So yeah, XiXi's one's actually taking quite a bit of damage. And the Naga Sea Witches, this looks like pretty standard Naga Sea Witch trade right there. But of course, they will at least try to retreat those Naga Sea Witches, which resulted in neither of them being picked off. So we do have a couple of Dryads out for LawLiet right now, and actually we're just gonna go for one Dryad. Abolish Magic and Adept Training is queued up. We have a Bear incoming, and tier 3 has been completed for XiXi and will be completed for LawLiet about now. Masters Training has finished, so we do have so far 2 Bears that are at Masters Training. I have no idea what the upgrades look like, as the Druid Bears actually don't use the upgrades. They need to be actually in their bear form to show it. There we go with the Roar, and actually 0/0 upgrades on those bears. That might scale a little differently for LawLiet, because both players will eventually have the same number of units, so that will leave the upgrades and of course the usage of the units. XiXi is going to go for a detonate right there. Take out the mana of the Druid of Claw. Unfortunately, it does not look like the detonate got the Naga Sea Witch. The item from this camp was a healing ward, which XiXi is actually going to see. LawLiet will use it immediately. Oh, and we're gonna fight on top of this. Not particularly wise, seeing as there is still that healing ward. It still has quite a bit of time left on its timer. Naga Sea Witch for XiXi will be taken out. She did have the Staff of Preservation, which is not ideal. Rejuvenate is going to be on that Dryad. I would say that this is mainly why XiXi is not looking nearly as, I guess, dominant in this fight, because Abolish Magic is taking out the Rejuvenates coming in from XiXi's side. We'll lose one of the bears the Demon Hunter was forced to be preserved and will most likely use at least one or two Moonwells to be able to fight again. And I believe, oh no, it looks like the Archer was taken out. The second bear has yet to die. This third bear does not look a little promising. Maybe if he turns into Druid of Claw, or if the Demon Hunter actually applies that much pressure, more mana burns might be a possibility. There we go with the Stab Preservation instead. It looks like LawLiet picked one up for his Demon Hunter as well. And to be fairly honest, I think XiXi needs to do the same as well, because his own WC3 got focused down first, he was not able to preserve any of his low units, and of course save those expensive bears. We're still pumping out more bears though. LawLiet has been creeping rather well. Wand of Illusion has been picked up from this Goblin Merchant. Level 3, level 2 versus level 3, level 3. Very close to level 4 as well, Demon Hunter. And he might actually get that level 4 if he takes down this Red Drake. I don't think he would. I don't think he will though. Actually, does he have enough damage? That's what I'm wondering. He has the Dryad, WC3, and Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter does have the Orb of Venom, same as XiXi's Demon Hunter. Will take down the Red Drake for Scourge Bone Chimes, which is I guess you can say an ideal item for this particular army composition. And I think the Scourge Bone Chimes are actually amplified with the damage bonus from the Roar. So it's really sustained army for XiXi right now. We also have Scourge Bone Chimes for LawLiet. Of course, same thing, same ideology applies for this kind of army composition. And here we go. We are going to fight. XiXi is going to eat quite a bit of lightning. The fork lightning coming in from the WC3. LawLiet has 3-0 bears and dryads. Meanwhile, XiXi only has 1-0. This might actually be the biggest difference between the two armies besides the numbers. 30 to 50 on their attack versus 32 to 62. Although the minimum is not that different. An entire 12 damage difference in the maximum is kind of large, and I would assume that LawLiet is going for the armor upgrades, and he's going to go for the armor upgrades after his Wellspring, which is totally understandable. Upgrades for XiXi, he is going for 1-1. I don't know my opinion on that, to be fairly honest. Either way, he is really behind in terms of upgrades. Looking at army supply, let's look at it. 50 versus 50. So obviously the numbers is not really the vantage point for XiXi right now. They are pretty much tied. XiXi is gonna go over upkeep by adding 2 more bears, but I would assume LawLiet doing the same thing as well. He does have the means to do that. He is also looking to actually get an expansion as well. Both players can get their expansions as well, so yeah, not too different. There we go with a Book of the Dead, and of course healing wards are going to be placed down to try and heal up these units. Healing wards last for 30 seconds, but they can be abolished by the Dryads, and of course Focus Fire as well. 1 bear dies for XiXi. The others have been preserved so far. XiXi does have a lot of mana on that Demon Hunter. He did burn the rest from LawLiet. We might have 1 bear taken down for XiXi, another bear taken down. LawLiet is of course showing or displaying his skill with his Zeppelin Micro. Nagasi, which is going to run away from that Demon Hunter. She does have the Boots of Speed. This is a rather difficult fight for XiXi to actually overcome. On top of the just heavily over-upgraded Ancient of Lore units and the constant Fork Lightning, which we haven't seen from XiXi's WC3, which is a little disappointing. We have the Zeppelin Micro coming in, and there we go with the GG. XiXi is going to lose this game and lose this series. Thank you guys for watching this one. Hopefully you guys have a happy and safe holidays. I know that didn't really make sense. The next series is going to be Focus versus WC, and stay tuned for that.